Doctor?
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 Do you know your strengths? Do you know your weaknesses? I will forever remember my first attempt at our provincial junior qualifier, which is the equivalent of your state junior qualifier. I was maybe 14, paired up with this, I think he was 12 at the time, or maybe I was 15 and he was 13. It doesn't matter. What I remember is that he was maybe 4 feet tall and possibly 60 pounds. So I proceeded to pound my first drive straight down the fairway, 230, 240 yards. Big hitter back then. Huge hitter. Yeah. He steps up, pops his out there, 200, 210 yards. We both hit our approach shots on and around the green. He walks away with par. I do not. This happened hole after hole after hole after hole. There were a lot of par fours there that he couldn't reach into, but it didn't matter. He kept his ball in play. He got it up and around the green, and more times than not, he got up and down for par. I did not. I was mesmerized by this kid. Mesmerized. One, he knew his game. He knew his strengths and he knew his weaknesses. Two, he grinded. He grinded on every hole. There were no temper tantrums, no slumped shoulders, no whining, no slammed clubs. He went to work on every hole and he grinded it out. Nothing deterred him. I took a lot away from watching his game, and I spent a lot of time on and around the practice putting green after that. I recognized that after playing with him, that was a huge weakness in my game. I was hitting it sometimes 40, 50 yards past him. He would walk away with par, and I wouldn't. And I was just like, it got frustrating. It wore on me. And so obviously it was like, okay, this is a weakness in my game. I also recognized that I didn't have to hit the ball way out there to post a decent score. I never was and never have been a big hitter. But when I was younger, my short game got damn good. And I give this kid props because of that. Another part of this kid's game is that he never tried to play outside of his strengths. He never tried to put an extra 10, 15 yards on his tee ball. He knew that if he kept it in play, he could get it up and around the green, and then we would most likely get up and down. He played his game, not his playing partner's game. I think that's something that we can all work on. None of us have the same swing. None of us have the same shot shape. None of us have the same temperament. So why are we trying to play the same game as our playing partner? And this is something that we can do every single round. We don't have to go to the driving range to practice this. We can practice this every round that we're out there. Figure out what your strengths are and play to them. Find out what your weaknesses are and work on them. And lastly, grind. This game is not always about the great shots that we hit, although they are great to hit. It's a lot about the bad shots that we hit and how we react and accept them. Treat each hole like it's its own project and just grind until it's complete. Grind until the ball is at the bottom of the hole. This kid went on to win 1 juvenile Canadian championship, 1 junior Canadian championship, 2 junior provincial championships, college golf, web.com tour, played in some Canadian Opens. He did pretty well for himself. Strengths, weaknesses, and grind it out. Please be advised that carrying the shanks, skanks, hosel rockets, whiffs, flubs, muffs, hooks, slices, chunks, thins, yips, 3-putt, 4-putt, top, skyball, or worm burner does not happen from osmosis, wishing, club throwing, swearing, or asking nicely of your ball. The only real cure for golf improvement is taking the doctor's prescription and getting to it.